Namaskaram. So today we are going to learn how to file Form LLP8. Form LLP8 is a form which the LLP law requires to be filed by every LLP within the due date. Why do we file the Form LLP8? So it is filed to maintaining all the books of accounts as required by the law. So we have to file this Form LLP8, and the due date for the filing of this form is 30th October. So how to file this form, I'll show you in my system. So you have to pay attention. First, you have to go to MCA portal. You have to search for the mca.gov.in. This is the portal. Okay, so here you have to, as this form has been shifted from version 2 to version 3. So version 3 portal, you have to go to my application. You have to log in from here. You have to put your user ID and the password. And then you can start filing your LLP8. So first you have to go to MCA services, go to the LLP e-filing, and here you will say Form LLP8, that is the statement of accounts and solvency. So many professionals knows that this portal is not working efficiently. We are facing a lot of issues while filing many forms. So it is better if you start filing these forms as early as possible, so that in the due date, you don't have to rush that your form is not getting filed. So I'll tell you one more thing in this part, that Form LLP8 is not only filed for filing of the financial statement, it is also required to file the LLP is creating any charge. Then you can use the Form 8 and you have to select here the charge. Then charge form will open. Otherwise, for annual compliance, you have to select the statement of accounts and solvency. So second details, you have to put the statement of accounts and the solvency as it. So we are filing for the period ended 31st March 2023. I'll go and I'll select 31st March 2023. Now you have to put your LLP number, or you have to put your name of the LLP. If you know your LLP number, you have to type it here. Otherwise, if you don't know the LLP number, you can search the name of your LLP from here. So I'll give you this example. So as I know one of my LLP, so I know this number. So I'll just put it here. I'll click it here. See, you can see this, the name of the LLP, address of the LLP, email ID, and everything, the monetary contribution and the jurisdiction of the police station, everything appears. You just have to put your LLP number. So now they are going to ask for the declarations. You have to fill in the declarations. First, part 1 says statement of solvency. We, being the designated partners or authorized representative of this LLP, do solemnly affirm and sincerely declare that we have made a full inquiry into the affairs of the LLP for an LLP, and that having done so, have formed an opinion that the LLP is or is not able to pay the debts in full as they become due in normal course of business. So generally what happens, the designated partners have to give these details and they have to select it. They have to select this part, and if your LLP is a solvent LLP, then you have to select is. If you think that your LLP is not solvent LLP, then you have to click on the second option, that my LLP is not able to pay the dues as they become due. We opened a statement of assets and the liabilities as on, and the income and expenditure as on. This you have to put the declaration that this is the period for which we are going to file the statements of assets and the liabilities. We have already filed a statement indicating the creating of charge or modification thereof till the present financial year. If your LLP has created any charge during the financial year, then you have to select this declaration. Otherwise, you don't need to select it. We declare that the turnover does or does not exceed rupees 40 lakhs. So you have to check the turnover of the LLP is exceeding 40 lakh rupees or it is not exceeding the 40 lakh rupees. If it is exceeding, then you have to click here. It exceeds 40 lakh rupees. If it is not exceeding, then you have to simply click here. That does not, the turnover, we declare that the turnover does not exceed 40 lakh rupees. So in my LLP's turnover does not exceed 40 lakh rupees. So I am selecting that. Then here we have to declare that the obligation of contribution does exceed or does not exceed 25 lakh rupees. So generally my LLP contribution is only 1 lakh rupees. So it definitely does not exceed. So I'll just click on this part. Okay, that does not exceed 25 lakh rupees. Then you should get a question, then why these declarations are required? The declaration are required because if the turnover of your LLP exceeds 40 lakh rupees or the contribution of your LLP exceeds 25 lakh rupees, in that scenario, you have to get the LLP audit done by a chartered accountant of your LLP. So that is a requirement where they ask for the turnover and the capital details of the LLP. So you have to give the true declaration. And then you have to select these two declarations, as these are the compulsory things. that you are maintaining the books of accounts, you are maintaining the adequate books of accounts, and we make the statement consciously believing it to be true, and by virtue of the provisions, the LLP Act rules, and made therein. So whatever the rules in the Act requires, all these statements are true and correct. You have to give the declaration. Then comes the part B of the statement, where you have to fill all the details, that the capital contribution, the assets, the liabilities, everything you have to put it here. And then you have come to the next, that is contingent liability details, whether there are any contingent liability to report. If there is any contingent liability to report, then you have to select yes, otherwise no. What is contingent liability? So contingent liability is the liability which has not yet occurred, but which may occur in future. If you see that, then you have to report it. Okay. And here they have given the details, the table, how you are supposed to report it. If you select no, then you don't have to report it. And then comes the statement of income and expenditure. So here you have to select the period, for which period you are filing, from 1st April 2022 to 31st March 2023, and the previous year data you have to put, and you have to put all the details clearly. Gross turnover, you have to give the bifurcation, whether it is domestic turnover, it is export turnover, and then you have to put all the details of your expenditure, and then you will get the profits. And once you save this data, you have to go to the next, because I cannot proceed without saving my data. So I have to put this data. So where will I get this data? So I have already prepared my financial statement. So I'll just take the financial statement, look into the financial statement, and fill in the data into my form LLP8. So I'll show you how to do it.